Why are you feeling this overwhelm? See if there's a place in your life where it's time to let go, where you're being called to something new, you're being called to transform. See if this overwhelm has something to do with the timely completion of a cycle as part of your growth and evolution. It's Megan with the Morphic Field. In this short tabletop constellation, we're going to look at overwhelm. We're going to really be with our overwhelm, see what information, messages, guidance the overwhelm has for us. We're going to see if we can't transform it into something else, some other kind of energy. Grab your post-it notes and a pen. You can also follow along like it's a meditation as well. So let's begin. We're going to place ourselves into the field. It's going to be you in this present moment, drawing the arrow up top. That's the direction in which you're facing. We're writing me now. Let's place you in this present moment in kind of in the bottom, looking forward, facing forward. So let's get really present to you in this present moment, and perhaps also your overwhelm. Start to bring it in, placing your hand on the representation for you. When we're accessing the morphic field, we're using representations. We're writing on post-it notes. These representations allow us to channel the energy and information of that which we're representing. So we're bringing you in this present moment in. We're bringing more conscious awareness of you right now. So notice, bringing more aspects, more sensations. Notice your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. What is it like to be in your body? What beliefs are you operating out of? It's like capturing yourself in this moment in time. How do you experience you through your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, your life's experience, the perspectives that you're looking through, the eyes that you see through, the angles, the perspectives? You in this present moment, observe. Now, begin to bring in that overwhelm. If you're not already present to it, how does it feel in your body? What's the weight of it? Where does it live? Does it feel like a weight? Does it feel inside of you? Perhaps there's a particular area or areas in your body that you feel this overwhelm, this stress, this strain. Where is it located? As we bring awareness, conscious awareness, to that which is usually in the background, hidden, unconscious, subconscious, we can begin to move the energy right away. So see if bringing more awareness to it, bringing it to the consciousness, begins to move it already. Where does this overwhelm live with you? Noticing what's going on in the thought space. What are the thoughts associated with overwhelm? The memories that are associated with those thoughts that come to you. Okay, what are the emotions tied to those thoughts, to those memories? And again, how does that live in your body? How does that live in your eyes? What eyes do you see through? What perspective, because of the thoughts, feelings, emotions, what perspective, what eyes, what angles do you see through? How is life occurring to you? Looking through those eyes. How do you occur to you? Looking through those eyes. Okay, we're going to bring in the next part. We're going to call it this overwhelm. So let's be specific here. Drawing that arrow, writing this overwhelm. This is the overwhelm that you've been presencing. Let's place this overwhelm in front of you. As we place it in front of you, it may have actually been living with you, on you, as a burden, carrying it, kind of intermeshed with it. So maybe just lifting it off of you, placing it in front of you, you feel this sense of relief. So notice, some of you may want some space. So placing this overwhelm in a place that feels comfortable to you. Let's look at it Feeling into the energy of you, so placing your hand on me now and also placing your other hand on this overwhelm. Take a few moments to observe what happens for you when you now look at overwhelm. What do you see? Say out loud to overwhelm, to this overwhelm, I see you. What happens when you just say those words, I see you? When we look, when we be with, when we see, when we bring it to the consciousness, we can create healing movement. Begin to notice how you're looking through slightly different eyes, different perspective. We're listening for the wisdom, the guidance, the teachings, the lessons, the purpose of this overwhelm, so that we can heal, so that we can transform, so that we can enjoy life more. So looking through those eyes towards this overwhelm, what do you see? See if there are messages you're receiving from this overwhelm already. What is there to do? What is there not to do? What is this overwhelm showing you about yourself? Some of you may be getting messages around how you're treating yourself, so be kinder, be slower, be more gentle. See if those words you can speak out loud. As you speak these words out loud, feel how it feels to hear those words. So you're speaking and receiving, you're giving and receiving. Now tuning into how those thoughts feel. Feeling into the resonance, the vibration, the frequency of perhaps slightly higher vibrating thoughts. These messages, these gifts from this overwhelm. Find the gold. Okay, let's stand really in the shoes of this overwhelm. So also standing in the shoes of me now, so feeling into the relationship. Let's really stand in the shoes of this overwhelm. See what other messages, what other information, what does this overwhelm want you to see? What happened? Why are you feeling this overwhelm? See if there's a place in your life where it's time to let go, where you're being called to something new, you're being called to transform something, or there's time for a completion. There's this cycle of death and rebirth as part of growth evolution. See if this overwhelm has something to do with the timely completion of a cycle as part of your growth and evolution. It may relate to a person, circumstance, something that's in your life that's no longer serving you for your greatest good. And you can ask that question to yourself, is this serving me for my greatest good? See what the answer is. When we look through the eyes of, this overwhelm is here to support me. How is it? What are the gifts here? What is there for you to discover, relearn about yourself, about who you truly are, about your divinity, about your gifts, that this overwhelm is pointing to? What is it about your journey here that this overwhelm may be giving you a nudge? See if you can receive that information, receive those gifts right now. When we receive the messages fully, learn the lessons, receive the messages. This overwhelm morphs into something else. For some of you, this overwhelm has already left. Messages are received. The overwhelm served its purpose. So see if this overwhelm just morphed into something else. And if it has, go ahead and take this overwhelm out. And you can place in whatever, you can place in, leave it blank, and allow this to keep coming in, this new space. You can also draw an arrow and write in what's coming through, what's overwhelmed, morphed into. For some of you, that can be wisdom, courage, strength, completion. So write these words here for you. You can place this in front of you as it comes in. And when we clear, when we work with the Morphic Field and we're clearing these energies, we're receiving the messages, there is this space that is created, space that exists after we complete. In this space of transformation, new things, new experiences, new thoughts, new beliefs, new feelings come through. So let's feel into the energy of what is now present. There may be a sense of, and feel into this, gratitude. Gratitude for, wow, maybe I was really resisting that overwhelm, but it had a lot of gold in it, had a lot of value for me. Just needed to sit with it in a certain way. So acknowledge yourself, honor yourself for receiving the message, for doing the work. And now receive what's coming through the field to you. You can also integrate with what's coming through now. So wisdom, courage, strength, completion, whatever it is for you, you can place it underneath you and feeling into both. Just take a nice couple breaths. Always when we're integrating, our spirit team is assisting us in this integration support. So feeling this new experience of you alive within you now, integrating. How does it feel within to enliven this new experience? Tune into your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, your beliefs, looking through these new eyes, new perspectives, new angles. When we look through new eyes, new perspectives, new angles, we feel the wisdom as we've learned or received from life. Expanding, growing, transforming. Okay, listen for any last messages before we complete. Okay, we'll complete here. We are all experiencing this state of overwhelm in many degrees. It's in the collective right now. So you doing the work for yourself is not only supporting you, giving you the tools to continue to support yourself in this way, but it's also supporting the collective. This work spreads. You doing the healing work spreads. Some of you may have not been able to really move through your overwhelm, or some personal, familial relationship issue really came through the field as it's time to heal this area of my life. It's time to support myself, to release myself from this lifelong issue. When we work with the Morphic Field, the information that comes through is for your greatest good and is for your healing and transformations. There's no accident that that information comes through during a tabletop constellation when working with the field. When you work with me one-on-one, we are supporting you to get to the origin of that issue, whether it is ancestral trauma, family trauma, or your own personal trauma, so that what you're experiencing as overwhelm today we can clear you from, so that you don't have to be stuck in that same state. If you got something out of this video, please hit that like button, share this video with others, spread this work. And if you haven't subscribed to the Morphic Field channel already, please do so and hit that notifications bell.